Jesus is the sign God chooses to give us of God's faithfulness. In our passage today, God instructs the king of Judah, Ahaz, to ask for a sign that God will save Judah from the attack of Aram and Israel. God tells Ahaz to ask for a sign because he and all the people are trembling in fear of the possible invasion. God has already promised to save them and now seeks to cement that promise with a sign of its fulfillment. Ahaz won't ask for a sign and cloaks his unwillingness to do what God has asked in Scripture, saying that he will not put God to the test. But his fear in the face of the possible invasion has already put God to the test. Ahaz has already wearied God with his trembling when he should have had faith. And now God is telling him to ask for a sign which wouldn't be testing God, but would be part of the covenant-making process with God. In response to the weariness God feels towards Ahaz, God promises the sign that a young woman will get pregnant and bear a son and name him Emmanuel. And in that time, God will deal with the enemies of God's people. This passage becomes not just the sign for Judah in the time of Ahaz, but also the promise of a Messiah yet to come, a promise that is fulfilled in the person and work of Jesus. As we think about this promise that God chooses to make with us, we should also reflect on the ways in which our life and choices weary God. Are there places in our faith where we should rely on God's faithfulness more fully and embrace God's covenant making with us?